I actually would like to start here with Rishi Sunak, if I can, set to become the next British Prime Minister after the last rival withdraws. That's the headline from the New York Times. Can I get the Martin Bakkerdax reaction and breakdown? Is this a surprise for you?
Yes and no, JD, to be perfectly honest with you. He was the front runner going into the weekend, and he has held some very serious and high positions in the government prior to this. He was Chancellor of the Exchequer, which is effectively the finance minister or the Treasury Secretary in American terms for the past 2 years. He's seen as a steady hand. He is seen as a conservative politician, both in name and in objectivity. He's not one to sort of explore the extremes of fiscal or indeed monetary policy, a steady hand, a conservative voice, and a respected politician. So I think the fact that he was able to ascend over the weekend was relatively expected, but it was certainly greased by the fact that Boris Johnson decided not to continue on the path towards challenging for the leadership. He did that late Sunday evening. There was suggestion that he didn't have the number of support that he would need from Conservative Party MPs in order to make that challenge. It turns out that he probably did, but he may be stepping back really as a result, JD, of the fact that whoever was to come through this leadership contest, and it does seem to be Rishi Sunak, they face just such an extraordinarily difficult challenge right now. There's no mandate from the British people. There's barely a mandate from the Conservative Party itself because members are divided as to who they would like to see lead the party and the government going forward. And the Conservatives only have I think it's 61-seat majority in Parliament. So the chances of legislation failing in sort of coming sessions is still very, very high. And therefore, the chances of a general election are very high as well. So while Sunak ascends to the top chair, the chances of him being there for a very long time, at least from where we sit now, they don't look terribly good.